Welcome back to the channel. Today we are starting a new series of mini projects that are all part of one big project. And it's one of the things I promised you guys I was going to tackle this year, a chicken coop overhaul. Chicken yard, chicken food, chicken process, egg collecting. We're going to make the chicken coop better. Let me show you the dilapidated state of all of this after 6 years and what we need to improve upon. We've learned a lot over the last 6 years of raising chickens in a woodland pasture with the stone chicken coop, and so we're going to make some adjustments and make this thing run better. But let me show you the problems that we have. The feeder is great. We're going to do a separate video on this. The pasture, I have this little gate here that opens in to get to the chicken coop, and this is how you have to get in to get the eggs. And the problem is that this is also the main entrance and the feeding area, and so you have to walk through this area or this area in order to get around to the back of the coop, which is where the nesting box is. I love this nesting box. It's a 2 chicken nesting box. It's way too small, and as you can see, we haven't collected these eggs in actually a couple weeks because I have been waiting to do this project. No one wants to traipse through all this and get out here on a regular basis and come in the chicken coop. So this is one of the things we need to change. The light is also broken in the coop. Because there's not enough nesting boxes, they lay all over in the coop. So there's a bunch of eggs all over there we need to clean out. This doesn't have a purpose right now because we don't have goats, but if we ever do get another animal, pigs or goats or sheep or something like that, they can use this as a home. And I had this originally set up for goats. There's a lot of cleanup that needs to be done in these pastures. I'd like to clean up these bricks and some refuge from the house when it was built. I can get rid of some of these sticks. I had to clean up some logs. I cut some trees down in here last year. And I have this fence that actually separates this into 2 pastures. We're going to take that out because I use that for goats to separate males and females. We don't need to do that anymore. The water, actually, this is a Farmer Brad water. I've had this for probably good 10 years. It's missing the top. It's a little dirty. This needs to be cleaned up. This hangs here. I could probably put some sand or some gravel underneath it. Some things need to be cleaned up in here. Goat stuff, pallet stuff. There's a lot of just cleanup that needs to be done from when the goats were in here. So this is what I would consider the front of this chicken coop. And when I built this, I broke my own rule. Normally I would have put the clean out side, the access to the coop, which is this door right here. This would have been accessed from outside of the pasture. I did not do that because of some of the terrain here and the way that we wanted this placed. I decided not to do that. It was kind of a mistake. Accessing this is 5 feet. You gotta get a ladder out and get in there. The clean out works okay, but it's not quite big enough, so it actually is kind of difficult to clean out to get all the wood shavings out. And again, I'm traipsing in here and amongst all the mess to clean this out. We're gonna flip this around. I'm gonna leave this here. So on the back side here, this is actually the side that I want to be able to access. And also this whole wall I want to be able to open. That way I can actually add more nesting boxes in here. I'm gonna try to make a very long nesting box, and then this whole wall will open on some big hinges so I can actually, because this is a lot shorter, and maybe I'll get rid of this cord that's kind of unsightly. So today's job will be some fencing. We're gonna get this cleaned up a little bit in here, and we're gonna make the fencing so that what I will have is probably a fence that comes out here, and we're gonna be able to access, this will access around the coop here. This will all be from outside, so I can just walk around, walk in here, and the chickens will be an area they can't get into. So I need to make kind of an L. All right, I've got my fencing tool. I should have plenty of fencing in here to do what I need to do. I've got some T-posts and some 4x4s if I need them. I'm not sure exactly how this is gonna roll yet. We've got a lot of work to do. Let's dig in. there's still a lot more to do, but it sure looks a lot nicer in here. Chickens have more free area to run. The fencing is about 95% complete. I'm waiting to connect it here at the coop until I get the nesting box project started. I'll show you kind of the entrance to the nesting box from the outside, but now the brick pallet is on the outside of the chicken yard, and I can come out the door of the house there off the deck, and I can walk right up here and get to the back of the coop without going inside at all. I have burned a lot of stuff. There's still a lot more to clean up in here. There's a lot more back here. I'll probably clear this out another day. It's okay for them, obviously, for a bunch of sticks to be in here. They're fine with that. Actually, these rotting logs are great for little bugs and worms and things they'll find in there and eat. Place looks much, much better. I did decide to burn that the little pre-built chicken coop. I started messing around with it, and it was too far gone. It was literally just falling apart. So it got burned and thrown away. So now if I want to go collect eggs, we'll have to make a little path over here. Now we can walk right around the back side here. It's all nice and open, lots of space. And once we have our new nesting boxes, we'll collect all the eggs right here. I couldn't believe these bricks. I had no idea. I knew there was a few out here, but I had no idea there was that much. So I'm gonna save those. They're actually in pretty good shape besides being dirty. And maybe I could use them to make some steps here. This is slanted, so maybe I can make some steps up here with the bricks and make a little path that goes through, and then we could wood chip around it. That's it for today. Lots more to come. This will be a series. There will be nesting boxes redesigned. We'll get our path put in here. We're going to do a lot more cleanup. We're going to be hatching some chicks for the fall, actually, and brooding and all that good stuff. So we'll be going through that whole process. Lots of cool chicken stuff coming. Thanks for tagging along today for all the outdoor fun. We'll see you next time.